Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. A first down for the offense.
Come on, set. Roll it.
Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Pitt will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So NC State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Open space at the 25. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
He'll run it again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Hendricks. Dances away to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. Get a lost yardage play, I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Open runway ahead. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misfire, it's second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it off with a 14-yard run for the score.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. . 'Cause 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 ' Hit as he throws. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. Offense getting set for first down.
Here we go.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Line gets set, first down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Second down.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback checking the play. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He'll take another shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Just going to keep it after this snap. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Pound 55 weak.
Back to pass, it's Hendricks. Finds his target down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snaps it in the shotgun. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my deep...
Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Pitt. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking a pull.
Gonna let it fly. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They'll throw it on first down. Floating away. On the move, he fires. Got him, and nobody's close. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Unleashes to the end zone. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, NC State. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. Going up top on first down. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Pitt right back to the line.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The Panthers have their offense in high gear.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On second down, looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Defense looks like they're coming. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Now improvising. Lets it fly. It's complete. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. First down, 10 yards to go. Wide receiver shows motion. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get a touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deacs had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Pitt pushing the pace.
Cut.
To the air on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
To the air. It's Hendricks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30.
Lizzie.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
On the set.
He now has 63 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll open the second half on the ground. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
325.
Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. Trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The offense set for a first down play.
Get set, get set.
They'll leave it with him. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
55 weak.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it's right down the boulevard.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They go to the ground. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. He now has 79 yards rushing in this game, and he's on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Fast motion from the offense. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. After the run, now to throw. On target to the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make...
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down.
Come on, set.
The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
On the option. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, look out! At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, NC State! And the pummeling has started.
Talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something.
Their good pickup is still short of the first down. Now on second down, he makes the connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Jackrabbit. Yankee Blue.
He's going to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Offense breaks the huddle on third down.
Clear. Clear.
From the gun, wants to pass. To use that catch there, physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down.
55 weak.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
29 Phillips.
They'll try the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
Spire.
Right back to the well. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Gets open down the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Clear. Moves.
Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's open. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's football, but how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He's looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Sampson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Black 24. Black 24.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Hendricks. He's going up top. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets rid of it. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Cobra. Terrier.
Wide receiver now comes in motion.
Timber. Tuna.
Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw. Getting some heat.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Cut it.
Defense wants to bring the heat. And he'll be smacked to the ground. We make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field.
Ready.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Highland. Come on, set.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Got it.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Coming after him. Sails one into the middle. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the stomping has commenced. Offense gets the job done. Again, you want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Illegal touches. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his...
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. NC State now operating from the red zone. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Toss sweep to the left. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami is just wearing one right now. That defense looks like me when I go to South Beach. Out of shape and badly burned. Hey, who's writing this stuff? They're trailing by 14 to Florida State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
He's got it down the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll throw it on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep... I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late...
There he goes to the right. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Illegal touch. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense.
Gators far. Get set. Get set.
Scanning the field. It's open. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock. Looking for the first down. Pitt comes to the line on fourth. Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
At the 45, kangaroos his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Seriously, what? What happened? Why'd you say seriously? R. Oh yeah, the score is crazy. I scored 43 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the final score is crazy. Quarterback threw for 507 yards, 7 touchdowns. 3 different players with over 100 yards rushing. But the crazy thing is, Mashab, he only had 2 carries for 159 yards. It's crazy. Hawkins had 15 carries for 129 yards. Look at that average. He averaged 79 yards a carry. It's crazy. And then Hendricks, my quarterback, 10 carries for 123 yards. I don't remember him fumbling. I don't agree with that. I don't remember him fumbling. But whatever, it is what it is. Man, that was a good game.